What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the RAS Project, the show where you will learn how to thrive and grow in every aspect of life and business using real, raw, and 100% no bullshit proven tactics. My name is Ivan Temelkov. Welcome to this episode of the RAS Project. Today is Monday, August 2nd, ladies and gentlemen. I can't believe it's already in August. If you haven't subscribed to the RAS Project, you can find it anywhere on any streaming platform of your choice in audio and video as well. Today, we're going to talk about becoming resilient. That's the topic I want to discuss. Are you truly as resilient as you want to be? Are you resilient at all? We are live on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch. And as always, you can watch live episodes at ivantemelkov.com/podcast. All right. A lot of people aren't resilient. I used to be one of those people. I used to struggle with making choices. I used to worry about what others thought or what others would think if I did something, whether or not I did it right or if I did something and what their perception would be. There was all sorts of lack of resilience, and that was exactly why and what prohibited me from getting the things I wanted in life and in business. And ladies and gentlemen, before I go any further and talk about all this, I want to preface this a little bit, okay? For those of you, especially first-time listeners that don't know about me, which, by the way, you can find my entire story on ivantemelkov.com. Just going to give you a little bit of a background about me. So I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm an entrepreneur. I have a digital marketing agency by the name of Razor Sharp Digital. We are the number one human marketing agency in the world where we help brands forge their digital footprint using human-to-human interactions. All right. I helped build a family business from $250,000 to over $500,000 in gross revenue in 1 year. That was 5 years ago. And I've been able to scale my own business to over 6 figures en route to 7 figures, my digital agency, in 2021 and now beyond. My experience spans 26 years in the digital and the marketing space. Been an entrepreneur for a very long time. So I just want to preface that to you because what we're going to talk about here in just a second, okay, is about resilience. Resilience is about confidence. Resilience is about realizing the importance of your goals and dreams. Resilience is about the pursuit of happiness, fulfillment, and abundance. Resilience is about self-belief. Resilience is about commitment. All of these things. Many of you don't know that I was bullied all throughout high school. And those were some of the darkest days of my life that I can remember. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I never asked for any pity from anybody. And to this day, I don't. Although, what I had come to realize was that I lacked confidence, self-belief, and courage. I've spent 10 plus years of my life building confidence, building self-esteem, and realizing what resilience truly means. And that's what we're talking about in this episode. We're talking about resilience. How big are your goals and dreams, ladies and gentlemen? Are you willing to pursue those goals and dreams? What are you willing to do to develop that resilience that's necessary to accomplish whatever you set your sights on? Now, what I'm about to tell you and share with you are through my own personal experiences and how I've built resilience in my life and in my business that has helped me get to where I am today. If you want to get to where you want to be and you're not where you want to be in your life, in your business, this is for you. Listen up. We're getting into this right now. So my kids are 100% proof of resilience. And I'm going to share two stories with you. So Be patient with me. My kids are 100% proof of resilience. I have a son who's 5 years old and a daughter who's 3 years old. 6 to 7 years ago, when we were attempting to start a family with my wife, we were having one hell of a fucking time. And there were all sorts of repercussions. People would say all sorts of negative and condescending things. People who we thought we could trust or call friends. Things like, maybe God doesn't want you to have kids. You know? Like bullshit like that. Well, when you're resilient enough, and in this case, my wife and I we wanted to be parents bad enough, and I knew that we had a great shot at it. It's exactly what I did. It's what we did. We stepped in and we became as resilient as we could be because we knew that was going to be the only way that we're going to get to becoming parents one day. And that's what happened. IVF, $40,000 spent, a bankruptcy, and all sorts of other things that we had to jump hoops through. But at the end of the day, we now have 2 beautiful children. And personally, in the experience with my kids, I knew that I would have to be the driving mechanism behind enforcing resilience and making sure that we were pursuant of it in order to get what we wanted. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't care what the fuck you're doing in your life or in your business. Resilience is at the epicenter of it. And like I just mentioned, resilience takes time to build. But you are the only person that can do that. Nobody else is going to do that for you. I want to share one other story with you. Now, this one is a recent story and how it plays into resilience. So 2 weeks ago, I set a new record with my 8+ year long cycling journey where I cycled 73 miles in total during the span of 7 days. I also set another personal record of hitting a top speed of 45 miles per hour. Mind you, this is on a road bike. Not only I had never cycled that many miles in my 8+ year tenure of cycling during a 7-day span, but I had never also gone that fast before. 45 miles an hour is pretty fucking fast on the bike, to be honest with you. You know, and when you see cars driving by you and on a 45-mile speed limit road and you're cycling adjacent to them and you know they're going about 45 miles, then maybe that helps you paint a picture of what that truly means. Now, last week, I broke that record. I cycled a total of 87 miles in a 7-day span. And one more thing many of you don't know is that I'm training for the longest and most challenging race to date. Actually, I just signed up for it finally this morning, and that is the 36th Amish Tour, which is going to take place September 18th this year. Now, there was a 20, a 42, and a 60-mile length option. At first, I was going to do only the 42-mile race, but after the chain of recent events, I decided to sign up for the 60-mile race. Yes, that is 60, ladies and gentlemen, on a road bike in Amish country on flat to rolling terrain. That's probably going to be about 4 hours of cycling, roughly. Maybe a little bit longer, depending on what my pace and what my speed is going to be. Now, if you've been paying close attention, I share 2 personal stories with you about true acts of resilience. You might be wondering, Ivan, why did you share these stories with us? What significance these stories have? Resilience is about confidence. Resilience is about realizing the importance of your goals and dreams, Resilience is about the pursuit of happiness, fulfillment, and abundance. Resilience is about self-belief. Resilience is about commitment. Ladies and gentlemen, nobody's coming to save you. There's people that might support you, encourage you, motivate you, if that's what you want to fucking call it. But at the end of the day, it's all on you. Ain't nobody going to help you become more resilient by yourself. You got to invest in yourself. You got to develop that resilience. You've got everything you need to make that happen. If you're not happy where you are in your life, if you're not happy where you are in your business, if you want more out of those things, if you want more out of your life, if you want more out of your business, you know you can do much better. You know what? It's all up to you. You got to build that resilience. Nobody else is going to do it for you. Nobody. Not your friends, not your family, not your mother, not your father, not your wife, not your husband. Nobody is going to do that for you. You have to take that initiative. You, nobody else. I can sit here all day long and tell you, oh, well, you need to do this and you need to do that. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, when I was getting bullied all through high school, there was literally nobody there to save me. This is why it took such a long period of time to emerge from that stage of my life. It was very difficult. It was very challenging. But when I started to have more self-belief, when I started to build confidence, and you can do that, you are capable, you are smart enough, you have enough talent, you have enough skill. If anybody else is telling you otherwise, they're full of bullshit. And that's what you need to do. You need to realize you have everything that you need, and you do. That was probably one of the biggest, most challenging things for me. And I think there's a lot of people who struggle with that out there. You know, that self-confidence, that self-esteem, you know, to build that resilience. You can have an abundant life. You can. I'm proof of it. You can do it. But nobody's going to do it but you. You can find people who are going to support your dream, believe in your dream, in your vision, in your business. But nobody is going to get to where you want to be. But you got to invest in yourself. This is why, ladies and gentlemen, I cycle like a maniac. Most people think I'm fucking crazy. In fact, last week, if you follow me on social media, yes, I was that crazy ass dude cycling 38 miles in 100-degree weather where the heat index was 110 Fahrenheit. When everybody else was saying, you're going to have a fucking stroke, man, a fucking heat stroke. Stay at home, stay indoors. What did I do? I went out there and I did the work. I didn't want to. It was hot as fuck. I did not want to, but I needed to, and that's just it. You've got to push yourself. You've got to push yourself because nobody else is going to push you. There's going to be people who are going to support you and encourage you and motivate you in the same way that I'm doing. But at the end of the day, to build that resilience, it's up to you to do it. You got to do the work. You got to build up your self-belief. You're capable. You're talented. You're good looking. You're intelligent enough. Now just go and fucking do it. Stop worrying about what everybody else is telling you. And that's really the message I want to share with you today. Look, today is Monday. You have a whole week ahead of you. Whatever it is that you've set your sight on today for this week, go and fucking do it. Try victoriously, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the RAS Project. Until next time, take care.